one day left to live on Earth, I feel like food would be a really big part of that last day. It'd probably be a lot of desserts, to be honest, because like there's only one day. It doesn't matter if I feel bad the next day. And probably before that, I'd probably want to run around and play some frisbee with my friends.
That's an awful question. It's a terrible thought experiment. I'll just put the Star Wars in my art, and then I won't look at what I make. Yeah, I'm gonna keep making art, but I'll be very sad about it if I don't get to. Go Star Wars Club, go Star Wars. May the Fourth be with you all.
I would need a lot of help, I think. Even like making a TikTok, I think I could probably figure out the technology and the app, but like conceptually, like I still am a little bit confused about what TikTok is for. Am I doing like a little dance thing? That's what I see. Am I doing like, I've seen like some lessons where people talk at different angles and you're kind of playing different roles. I would not be against it.
My room last year was like a orangish shade of beige and green, really somber green. And so the room would clash with a lot of students' artwork. Also the reflected light in there was orange and green, and it kind of made me feel a little batty. So this summer I started painting the room. I don't know if you all know this, but it's really difficult to cover orangish brown and somber green paint with white paint. So I'm currently working on my fourth coat. I kind of regret it.
Okay, so my worst frisbee memory, this is something that's online, so I'm gonna put it out there. But there's a video of me that actually made Sportscenter of being the recipient of someone doing a really cool play against me. I was playing defense and someone jumped really high over me. And it was so impressive that it made Sportscenter. So it was a little embarrassing to be like, you made Sportscenter, but as someone who's being jumped over.
Because you cats are cool and you jokers are funny.
I think it took me a while to get kind of comfortable with who I am. And when I came in as a freshman, I was super quiet, really nervous, and I didn't really make many friends at first, besides just my teammates from sports that I kind of knew from before. And slowly I got comfortable with myself of putting myself out there and getting to know people. And I think this isn't really a regret because I think it was kind of natural, but I wish I'd been a little more confident coming in.
If you've taken my class or I know you, then your senior year, usually fourth advisory, I demand as a final assignment that within 4 years of having left walls, you return with a t-shirt with your school's name on the front, and then I ask you to sign the sleeve. And my retirement plan is to leave teaching and go on the senior pro golf tour. And then I plan, you're supposed to wear collared shirts, but I'm a scofflaw, an outlaw. And so I want to wear t-shirts that these folks gave me. I have these cool shirts representing all these folks that I got to know. And then you guys will all be famous and people are like, oh, you know so-and-so? I'll be like, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is a loaded question. I would say my geometry class is a little bit more interesting because it's the end of the day. It's the Tuesday, Friday class. So like Friday afternoons, like I've kind of jazz it up. And I've kind of like experimented with different technology a little bit, like the whiteboard and this thing called like Smart Suite for little activities. And so I've tried some new things and sometimes they really don't work. So it's kind of a little bit of a funnier class because it's either like really good or like it crashes and burns. So I think that would be, if I was a student in that class, I think I'd be interested in that because who knows what you're going to get out of geometry in the afternoon.
This is such a hard question. The first thing that came to mind was pizza. You know, you can put all the other foods on a pizza. Super useful. Books and pizza.
What is the craziest thing that I've let a kid get away with? Let's see. I'm trying to think. I mean, for this year, I'm always like a little bit nervous when I'm ceding control of like a whiteboard or a screen share or something like that. Like they could do anything right now. It's always like a little nerve-wracking for me. I really like to like kind of be in control and know what I'm doing and know what everyone else is doing. So when I'm like, all right, you're in charge, you take control here, you lead the class, it always makes you a little nervous. The possibilities are endless, so I always worry.
Last year, I taught AP Art History for the first time. I was really dedicated to the idea that we would take just a bajillion field trips. One of those field trips was before like a 3-day weekend or something, and it was super warm. It was like a stunning day. You know, there was a lot of leaking of students into the environment that day.
When I was a kid, I did not plan on being a teacher. I actually didn't decide I wanted to be a teacher until a year or two outside of college. Even like while I was going through college, I wasn't planning on being a teacher. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I sort of fell upon it. When I was a kid, I really wanted to like just play in the NBA. That was my dream, and I was like pretty tall, and then I didn't keep on growing to be like I need to be a little taller and a little better. So my dream is probably be a professional athlete. Fell upon teaching as sort of a good mix of I love working with kids, I love math, I like trying to solve problems and kind of like put it all together.
I actually hung 2 receipts by the doorway that outlined what we spend on art supplies. They both tallied well in excess of $1,000, and they were from like one year, just so folks would recognize all the hard work folks like Mr. Ware and the admin put into making sure that there's tons of good supplies. Got recycled. I think they're gone, but I'm gonna do it again. That's a really sweet question. This is a great gig. Like all these cool cats and jokers around all the time. Also, I don't know if you all know this, but I'm a pun machine, and I crack myself up with those. And I've got this captive audience for my puns. That's probably it. Wait, that's a new one. What is that? Oh, like to ship. Oh no, wait, I learned that. That's definitely a word I learned at Walls, but I think I learned it in like when I first got here. So no, I don't ever know. I mean, I ship for community. You know what I mean? One time I took my child. Actually, I took my children, but I had my youngest on my shoulders to a corn maze. I don't know if you guys, it was a Halloween corn maze. And so this kid jumps out at me with a leaf blower that looked like a chainsaw, and I had never been in a corn. Anyway, I threw my child, I don't know, 8 feet. Like I was so scared I threw, yeah, he was fine. You know, they're bouncy when they're young.
I haven't been at Walls that long. This is my 3rd year, but I have so many good memories. I feel like nothing stands out as like one thing, but just like the little instances of like a student feeling really excited about getting the right answer, or people clapping for like a great presentation. I don't know, day to day there's like these little things that I really will always remember, I think. Another big thing, part of what I do at Walls is coach the ultimate frisbee team, and especially seeing people grow and come into people who have never played before and getting really good, becoming leaders is really cool.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Early Show. We hope that you guys will tune in for our next episode, and we want to give a big thank you to everyone who contributed. Your participation was really helpful.